Hey, eighth grade, Catlin here with your help for your cool down on lesson one and these number puzzles that we're looking at. These little word problems can be difficult to wrap your mind around. We talked about some strategies you can use today. You can draw extra diagrams, you can write equations, you can reason through them. There's lots of different ways to solve it, but this particular one, Lynn is trying to draw a diagram to solve it, and they messed up. Which a lot of times when I try to do these tape diagrams, I can get a little lost in the clutter as well. So don't feel too bad, Lynn. Andre and Elena are reading the same book over the summer. Andre says he has read a fifth of the book, and Elena says that she has read 20 more pages than Andre. If Elena is on page 55, how many pages are in the book? So Lynn is trying to figure this out by taking all of the book and splitting it up into one, two, three, four, five parts, like the fifth suggests. But she's making all of that fifth be 55, which is suggesting that Elena read a fifth of the book because she's at 55. So the problem that's wrong with her diagram is that um, Elena hasn't read one fifth of the book. And then over here, I kind of show what it should look like. The setup should be Andre A has read a fifth of the book. So imagine this entire tape is the book. One, two, three, four, five. Five parts for Andre. And I know that Andre has to be equal to 35 because it says that Elena has read 20 pages more than him, and that would put him at 35, 20 pages fewer than her 55. So A plus 20 being 55, the A's must be worth 35. And you could find out how many pages are in the book by simply doing 35 times 5. And that would give you 5, carry the 2, 15 and 2. There's 175 pages in the book. A fifth of it Andre has read, which is 35. And if we add 20 to that, we have Elena's 55. So using a diagram to do that is totally an option that you have. And in this particular case, you wouldn't have known what the total was, 175. So you could have written an equation for that as well. You could have said X, I don't know the total, but if I take the total and I divide it by 5, I should get Andre, right? And if I take Andre and I subtract or I add, sorry, I add the 20 extra that Elena has read, I should get her amount. So you could have written that equation, you could have drawn this, you could have reasoned through it by taking away the 20 and finding the 35 that Andre had read and then multiplying it by 5. All kinds of different ways to solve this puzzle. The clear thing here is that you need to have a strategy because it can be a little complicated when it comes to these types of problems. All right, Catlin, out.